Hey guys, what's up? This is DJ Cade. I'm back once again for the second part in this upcoming series where I prepare for the Kingdom Cup. And I actually had a lot more parts planned for this series. I actually had about 4 or 5 recordings that I did that were all about a half hour long, where I talk about all kinds of Pokemon. I look through in my bag as far as like what my options are. And I talked about Torkoal, I talked about Celio, Wailerin, Bastiodon, so many different Pokemon, all of which I really am not going to end up using for this cup. So in the interest of time and for the fact that this is the final day that the Kingdom Cup can actually happen, and our tournament just has to be on that day, I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to fast forward through some of these clips, kind of show you guys like just basically some of the highlights and lowlights from some of my other recordings, and then I'm going to get right into what I chose for this tournament and why I chose it. So have a look at this first and I'll be right back. Evolving him is going to be 50, so we're going to want to get him up to at least 75 candy. And you're not a shiny, so we can go away. We don't like you anyways. The game optimizes you into our raid teams, and it's like, I wish I didn't have to say mean things about you, Aggron, but that's just how it is. Okay, so this is going to be the Project Pokemon. This is going to be one that I probably end up investing tons of my rare candy into. Oh, hello. Okay. Thanks. I guess Niantic wanted to get in on the action for this video. Okay, so I guess I'm not checking that Nidoran female right now, you jerks. But anyways, I feel like I was just about to check my rare candy too, and I have a feeling that almost all of it is probably going to go into Bastiodon. Not just because he's good for this tournament, but because he ranks very highly in the overall rankings, just in the Great League in general. He's just like good for battling in lots of situations. So it's going to be nice to have it either way, and obviously with the CP of 1500, he's never going to be like a gym attacker or a raid boss attacker. Now, if we can just get back to the game. Aww. Think about this. If 1 year ago today, you would have told people, dude, why are you saving that 15 attack IV? They'd be like, well, dude, it's good. Don't you know the breakpoints? Like, you want to get breakpoints for raids. And then you'd be like, no, dude, no. Your PvP's coming, and there's going to be limits on it. And, dude, like, 15 attack IVs are going to be worthless. You want 0 IV, dude. What? 0 IVs? Get out of town. Like, what? You want me to throw away this perfect one I have right here? Yeah, dude, it's never going to be a good raid counter. Ever. It's never going to be a good raid boss attacker, and it's only going to be good for PvP. Dude, that Altaria, you should definitely throw out that one with perfect IVs. No way, man. I don't throw out perfect IV Pokemon. Dude, they would have thought you were insane. Alright, so back to my team. Anyways, I had a lot of different options that I could have chosen from. I had a lot of time to prepare. I found out about the Kingdom Cup right away when they had announced it. I was looking through my bag right away when they announced it. And I tried to power up as much stuff as I could, to have as many options as I possibly could for the upcoming cup. But I wanted to, at the same time, save my Stardust and not spend too much on things that I didn't know if I was going to use. One of the things that I wanted to mention right away is from my first video, I talked about Lucario and I talked about Lapras, and these two Pokemon are definitely going to go on my team. I have decided that for this tournament, where is he? He's down here a little bit, that I'm actually going to rock out with the Ice Shard Dragon Pulse Surf Lapras. I taught him the second move, and I'm going to roll with the strengths of it because I took a look at my team comp and that I ended up choosing, and I realized that the Ice Shard is going to be very, very valuable on my team. He's going to be an extremely hard counter to Altaria. No Altaria wants to go up against an Ice Shard Lapras. Also, He's going to help a lot against Flygon as well, and I noticed that I didn't really have much for good Flygon coverage, so I thought I would play to my strengths here and just kind of play to what I have and go with the Ice Shard Lapras on my team. So far on my team, Lucario and Lapras are on there. Now, as you probably see in my bag, I've also got this Bazong here, and big thanks go out to YouTubers like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm bouncing the thing with my foot. Big thanks go out to YouTubers like Jay Devon and Battle Hero, who really helped show me the powerful side of Bronzong. So what I've seen in a lot of the different matchups that other YouTubers have put on is that Bronzong doesn't outright beat a lot of Pokemon in his matchups, but he just happens to be so tanky that he can put hits out there and he can really drain the opponent's HP, and he just acts as a wall. Like, even stuff that beats Bronzong has to put in quite a bit of effort to beat Bronzong, I've seen. And it's just the kind of thing where I think that he's going to be a very surprise, powerful pick for teams. It's going to be the type of thing where most of the main meta is not really going to be able to do much about him. I mean, he's going to just kind of act as this wall that they can't really break through all that easily, and something that just kind of walls out certain Pokemon and just flat out destroys others. You know, just a very tough Pokemon, and I saw the strengths of Bronzong when I was looking at other people's teams, and I thought I had to get one. This guy is ranked 129th in Great League, so I'm super excited about that. I got so lucky with my Bronzong. And I thought he's coming up. He's actually going to be relevant in the upcoming Nightmare Cup as well. So that's something that I'm really looking forward to. I feel like it's a double investment in this case. So Bronzong is absolutely going on my team of 3, right over there. And for my last 3 Pokemon, I'm going to have an Altaria. I'll talk about that in a little bit. But I really wanted to have a Bronzong counter of my own, and so I chose Alolan Marowak for this case. And I looked at my team comp, my final team comp I decided, and I really thought that in this particular case, the Hex was going to be the fast move that I wanted, because a couple areas in which my team needs a little help. Obviously, it needs a good Bronzong counter. I'm a little scared of Charizard and Altaria yet, because my final team comp doesn't really have too much for hard counters for either of those Pokemon. But if he has Hex, it's going to do a lot better against those Pokemon than having Rock Smash, and he'll be able to get the benefit of having stab damage. And from what I understand, Hex charges extremely quickly. So this one was actually a trade from my girlfriend, and man, she's, it really helped me out. She has not spent like any of her Stardust since she first started playing this game, and she hasn't spent any of her rare candy, and she's like, oh yeah, I'm sure, go ahead, power this up for the tournament. And yeah, it's really nice, because without this, I would not be in shape to compete in this tournament in the next 3 hours and 45 minutes. So yeah, so that's another one that's going on my team. I also really want to bring in Flygon. This was a tough one. So far we've got the Lapras, Lucario, Bronzong, Alolan Marowak, and Altaria. Which, again, I'll talk about him in a second. But with Flygon, I've debated so heavily. Like, okay, Zionic, I know you'd probably be disappointed in me, but like I debated between Steelix and Flygon for hours and hours and hours. I compared them, but I had to go with Flygon. I absolutely had to, because I needed that like really strong Bastiodon counter, and I didn't want yet another fighting weakness on my team. I didn't want something else that Lucario could just take down like nothing. And I understand he gets an Earthquake off. Steelix is still really good. Steelix I also considered because he's a good Bronzong counter as well with that crunch. But I just, and I understand Steelix is also a very good Altaria counter as well. So like, I know he definitely has strengths, but I just feel like a lot of people in my town are going to be using Bastiodon. I know that a lot of people have been asking for them in trades. They've been trying to power them up. Almost everybody in my town has had one as their buddy. I don't know if they're just trying to throw me off at this point. They could be. I mean, that was kind of like my tactic. I had Shieldon as my buddy. Later, I'm not going to go with that. I'm just going to see if I can throw some people off. But with Flygon, as you can see, like, I busted out and I saved a lot of Stardust because I was like, I need enough for a second move. Is it going to be Steelix? Is it going to be Flygon? And I know you guys might be screaming advice at the monitor to me right now. I mean, if you're watching this, but I think I'm going to teach it the second move to Flygon because at this point I don't have enough Stardust to power up my Steelix all the way to where it needs to be. So I gotta use some rare candy here, and I've gotta use all this Stardust I grinded for. Like, boy, when Battle Hero says that Stardust grind, am I right? You know, I know exactly what you're talking about, dude. Holy cow! So, anyways, let's do this. Oh, there goes the rare candy. Actually, that's not too much, is it? 39 out of 200 left. That's not too bad. Boom, let's do it. Fortune favors the brave here. Alright, new attack. I'm going to teach it that charged attack. And it got Dragon Claw. Now, do I want to keep that Dragon Claw? Because one of the things, since I do not have Bastiodon on my team, I don't have a good hard Charizard counter. Charizard is the one thing that I'm looking at for this tournament that might be a huge threat. So I feel like Flygon with the extremely fast charging Mud Shot and the also fast charging Stone Edge, I think I'm going to teach him the Stone Edge. Like, I took a look at, like, all the moves and the things that my team doesn't have countered and the things that I want to have covered, and I'm going to do it. I've got plenty of charged TMs. We're going to forget Dragon Claw, and it should give us Stone Edge right away. Beautiful. All right. Perfect. And it's a very powerful move. That's also going to be effective against Altaria. Maybe not as much as the Dragon Claw, but you know, and it's something that, you know, this decision might come back to bite me, you know, when I go to fight later tonight. But that's the thing. This is literally 4 hours away. Tomorrow, the results will be on my channel. You'll be able to see how all of my team performed and everything. So yeah, we'll see if these were good decisions or if they were bad decisions. And I'm going to learn a lot coming up into the next Nightmare Cup, in which, as a YouTuber, I'm going to be a lot more prepared for that. So anyways, the last Pokemon that I want to talk to you guys about, the very last one. I've got my Lucario there, my Alolan Marowak, which actually turned out to be about 1,300 rankings better than my previous Alolan Marowak, so no matter what, it was a trade-up. And then we also got the Lapras, the Flygon, and sorry, I just don't think we're going to use you for this tournament, Empoleon. I mean, you charge too slow and your counters are too hard. I'm sorry. I wish I could. But one thing I want to do, the last thing I'm going to show you guys is my Swablues, because I do need to get an Altaria on my team for tonight. Swablu. And as you can see, I clearly have a lot to choose from here. Now, which one do I want to choose? Like, I could literally be ballin', and I could go with the shiny right here, which actually doesn't rank too poorly. I think it's still, like, just under rank 1,000 or something like that. But it actually doesn't do too bad. Each of these guys, and I think it's this one, it's either this one or this one right here, that actually ranks out at 90th place. And it's no 100% IV or anything, but it's in the top 98% or 99%. The only problem with these guys, they are going to take a ridiculous amount of Stardust to power up. I did the math, and it's going to take about 98,000 Stardust to power these guys up. Just an absolutely insane amount. So I have another option. last-ditch resort option that I'm going to use for this cup, and that is this Swablu right here. Now, you're probably thinking, why would I power this one up? This is ugly IVs. This is horrible. This is, ugh, like, oh my god, like, it's gotta have terrible IVs for PvP. Well, it does. And the thing is that I wish I could power up one of my other ones. But I feel like in this case, in this particular case, I should stop bulging my eyes out like that. I feel like in this particular case, that having a Swablu at all is going to be, or having an Altaria at all, regardless of the IVs, is going to be better than having no Altaria. So this one, I figured it out. After evolving him, he's only going to take one more power-up before he's at his full potential for the Great League. Now, I don't have that other charged attack, and I don't quite have the Stardust yet, and as a matter of fact, I plan on going out for a walk, going down to the corner, setting up some lures, getting a star piece going, so that I can actually do more grinding before the tournament, maybe get the second move, but most of the time people just use Sky Attack, don't they? Like, 99% of the time people use Sky Attack. Like, I would like to try and cut together a video with every YouTuber saying Sky Attack and just seeing, like, how many times the words Sky Attack are said across all PvP YouTubers. I think that'd be an interesting project. But at the very least, I have to get one. And I know what you're thinking, but man, it's like 400 candy. Like, why are you doing that? But the thing is that for other Pokemon, for Flygon, for Lucario, for Lapras, those are very hard to find. You can't really get those easily in the wild. With Swablu, on the other hand, I see those all the time. I see at least 20 Swablus a day, and that's not even when I'm playing the game seriously. That's not even when I go out doing serious farming. So, I feel like in this case, in this particular case, that I feel like it would be worth it to just power up the Swablu, the cheapest one I've got, and just have it for the tournament. And I didn't get invited to regionals, so there's no reason for me to have, like, the highest maximum level Swablu I possibly can have. But Nightmare Cup isn't going to feature Altaria, so I've got a whole nother 2 months at least before I have to find a better one. I have tons of time here to get more candy, to get more Stardust. You know, I mean, as it is, I could evolve a second one right now anyway. So, as it is, the amount of investment that I'm putting in is so low. Otherwise, I would not invest in one that's this bad of PvP IVs. So, let's just do it. We're getting our team ready right now. We're evolving it. Just get it done. Get it done, man. And then we'll get that lucky Altaria in the decks, too. Another small little side benefit to all this. Wow, he's actually small enough to fit inside the evolution circle. Huh. Alright, 1459. And we have Sky Attack. Yes, we have the Sky Attack. You have to have the Sky Attack. You're not having Sky Attack? Why don't you have Sky Attack? Aren't you using Sky Attack? Charge up for that Sky Attack. Alright. One more power up, and boom, he's right there. And we are officially Stardust broke. You guys, I know that I'm not really into the PvP. I'm not like a Pokemon Go main PvP YouTuber. I realize that. I know I've got other interests, like I've got DJing and stuff on my channel, but come on, at least throw me a like for sacrificing like all my Stardust just so I can compete in a cup where I have no idea if I'm even going to do well. So, can I at least get a like for that? So, anyways, we've got the Altaria with the Dragon Breath Sky Attack. And let's go back to our bag and... Ooh, we're actually going to catch you first. Because we're looking for them perfect IV Metatites. It's going to be very important. Maybe not for Nightmare Cup, but into the future. You want to take up more camera time than I thought. on. I think my girlfriend just got home, so yeah, she caught me right in the middle of this recording for you guys. All right, hello. So yeah, that is that. I have constructed my team. The only thing I can do at this point is get one more charged attack, possibly on Altaria, and that's it. I'm done. I'm rolling with what I got. Wish me luck, guys. Wish me luck in my upcoming tournament. One of the guys is going to be there that has not only won the Boulder Cup but also the Tempest Cup as well. So yeah, I'm shaking a little bit. I'm shaking, but let's scroll up here. There's Lucario. There's Marowak, Flygon, and there's my other two. Perfect. All right, okay. So, now, I gotta go out and hit the grind, ladies and gentlemen. I will be back tomorrow with the results. And I'll try to... Dun, 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 and I will try to upload this tonight as fast as I can. I probably won't get a chance to upload this video until after the tournament, whatever. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. Take care. Peace.